everyone, welcome or welcome back to the Marketing Nomad YouTube channel. I am the Marketing Nomad. Alrighty, I thought today I could share the biggest belief that I have. Alright, and this is something that is very ingrained within me, and I think that this belief of mine applies to every aspect of my life. Alright, I truly believe the universe copies me. I truly believe the universe copies me. When I was going through a phase in my life where I wasn't choosing myself, I didn't necessarily love myself very well. I was constantly berating myself, looking down upon myself, constantly very frustrated with myself. The universe would align me with people, situations, experiences that copied that. So if I wasn't loving myself, I would be around people who didn't love me as well. If I was, for example, constantly berating myself, I would be, what do you know, around people who constantly kept looking down upon me or constantly were very harsh, very critical of every single thing that I did. A big shift came into my life when I started my self-love and healing journey. And I think that the universe copied me even as I went through that journey. When I started loving myself, and it was just a part of who I was, of course that took quite some time for me to get to that point, the universe started aligning me with people who felt that way about me. When I chose myself, the universe aligned me with people who chose me. When I loved myself very naturally, the universe allowed me to be in the presence of people who loved me very naturally, situations who chose me when I chose myself. So I truly believe the universe copies me. What I do to myself, how I show up for myself, is what the universe brings me in my life. When there is something that is misaligned in my life, for example, there is a situation or a person who may not be treating me very well, or who may be causing some kind of frustration or some kind of chaos in my life or within me as well, I believe that the universe is copying me, which means there is something fundamentally that I am not giving myself, or I'm not taking care enough to make myself feel a certain way. And that is why, because the universe is copying me, it is showing me in my external reality. I really feel that this thought process has made me feel a lot more in control of my life and the circumstances that I find myself a part of. I understand that if I am around a situation or a person who's not choosing me naturally, like it's not a natural alignment for them to choose me or for the situation to choose me, like it's so much of friction, there's just so much of imbalance in that situation, between the situation and me, it just means that I am not choosing myself in one particular aspect of my life. The moment I correct that, the universe will align me with situations and people who can choose me very naturally with respect to that aspect. If I'm not loving myself in a way that honors who I am, the universe will copy me by showing or bringing in people who align with that. So this is something that I tell myself a lot as well. The universe is copying you. That's it. That's pretty much it. It's not that the universe is against you or there's good or bad. No, it's just copying you. You choose yourself, the universe will align with people who choose you. You love yourself, the universe will align you with people who choose you, who love you. You are kind to yourself, the universe copies you and will choose people who are kind to you. It really is that simple. It all boils down to the relationship that you have with yourself, because the universe copies exactly that and shows you in your external reality. So if there is something in my external reality that's just not sitting right with me, that often means I need to take a look at my relationship with myself. The moment I align with what I'm looking for or what makes me feel good, and I stabilize in that energy, that is when I overcome the situation or the experience or the person who is aligned to that previous version of me. So everything feels like it is something that I can work on with respect to my relationship with myself. And this is something that I believe like it is the core of who I am as a person. My internal reality is what shapes my external reality. And if there is something off or something wrong or misaligned in my external reality, it means there is something misaligned in my internal reality. I fix that and everything automatically aligns accordingly. If I go outward and try to fix that, that's not going to happen, because that is just a reflection of what is happening within me. It is a reflection of my internal reality. The universe is copying what is going on within me. So I cannot go outward and try to fix that. I have to go inward and align accordingly within me so that I shift my external reality. This is not only the biggest belief that I have, this is also something that has been proven time and again, not just for the small things, but even for the massively big things in my life as well. The moment I shifted my internal reality and I stabilized in that energy, it became visible to me in my external reality. Whatever I was going through with respect to friction, chaos, problems with respect to my external reality, the moment I aligned internally, I fixed it. Or I wouldn't say fixed it, because I feel like fixing means, I don't know, it just doesn't match what I'm feeling. I guess I would say the moment I aligned accordingly within me, not fixed, but aligned. The moment I aligned it accordingly within me to how I want it to feel, and I stabilized in that energy. That is important. You have to stabilize in that energy, otherwise it will not be reflected outside of you. So it's not just understanding what you want to feel and working towards that and aligning to that. You've also got to make that a part of your identity. You have to stabilize in that energy that just automatically becomes who you are. The moment I did that, something that was ridiculously big, I thought I would never be able to overcome it in my life, or I thought that was just too big a mountain, it just either disappeared or I figured out a way to work around it. And that is why this is the core of who I am. The universe copies you. So if there's something that's misaligned outside of you, there is something that's misaligned within you. Align within so that there is alignment outside of you. And if you feel there is something off about what's outside of you, just know that the universe is copying you. So what is misaligned within you that's being reflected back to you by the universe? That is how I feel. In a way, I think that there was a huge chunk of my life that I felt this severe loss of control. But the moment I stepped into this mindset, the moment I recognized that my internal reality shapes my external reality, it just brought back my life into control. It brought me back into control as well. If there's something off in my life, all I have to do is align it within myself, and automatically the energy outside of me aligns as well. So I need to figure out what I want to feel, how I want to feel, what is being reflected back to me, what is copying me outside of me. Figure that out, figure how I want to feel, align with how I want to feel, make those changes within me, align with how I want to feel, make that a part of my identity, make that as a part of who I am today, stabilizing that energy, and automatically outside of me, it shifts. So instead of going outside and working on things, I immediately shift the focus back to me. What is this copying me? What part of me is this copying me that I need to align with, right? So that is one thing that I wanted to share with you, because like I said, this is a very core part of who I am. That I believe this with all of my heart, with all of my soul, and I've seen it proven to me time and again. Like I said, not just for the smaller things, but even for massively big things in my life, that I cannot deny its existence. I cannot deny that it doesn't work. At least not. Like it definitely does align with the way that I show up with my life, and it not only gives me a sense of control over my life, it also allows me the space to align with how I want to feel. So the feeling is not thrust upon me. I get to want to feel a certain way, and all I have to do is align with that. So again, that sense of control, that sense of, yes, my external reality is shaped by my internal reality, so I have control over my internal reality. So all I got to do is align, stabilize in that energy, and then the external reality shifts. Sometimes it takes time, sometimes it takes a long time, but just keeping that as my end goal, that the internal reality has to shift and stabilize in that energy. Only then will I be able to dissipate this energy or overcome whatever it is in my external reality. Even that gives me a lot of hope. It keeps me motivated. It keeps me going as well. So I just wanted to share this with you because today something was reflected back to me that I needed to just shift a little bit in my alignment with respect to my internal reality. And that's when this thought came, because the first thing, it happened outside, like in my external reality, and I was like, okay, well, I'm not happy about this. What is this showing me about myself that I need to realign? And I did that, and I don't know, it just that entire thought process, I was like, yeah, well, that's such a big change. Like, if you had asked me about 7 or 8 years ago, I would be so frantic. I would be so, I don't know, I'd just be very, very chaotic, completely get absorbed in that energy. I would not know what to do, or I think that I would feel a loss of control. And today, there's a process that I go through. There's a mental process that I go through when something is just not sitting right with me in my external reality. All I do is just shift that focus back to me. And it's become a very natural process that I thought that was massive growth within me, and I wanted to share that with you, and I wanted to document that as well. So yeah, the universe copies you. The universe, very simply put, copies you. What you do unto yourself is what you will align with, whether it's situations or experiences or people. What you do unto yourself is exactly what you will align with. Those situations will share the same energy with you. Those people will share the same energy with you. So align with how you want to feel. Give yourself that energy, and the universe will copy you. It's just as simple as that. Right? You choose yourself, the universe will align you with people who naturally choose you. If you love yourself so fiercely, you will align, the universe will align you with people who love you that fiercely, that natural fierceness that comes. So whatever it is that you're looking for in your life, give that energy to yourself and just watch how the universe copies you. And that's how you align with whatever it is that you're wishing for. It's very, very possible. Whatever it is that you're wishing for, it's possible for you to align. You just have to give yourself that energy, align with that, stabilize in that, and then just be in that energy, and you'll watch. You will just watch. I've seen it happen time and again for me, and I can't wait for you also to experience that as well. All right? This is where I'll leave you for today. I really hope that this video helped you in some way, gave you a good starting point to maybe take a look at what is there in your life that maybe feels a bit misaligned, and see what is that being reflected to you. What about yourself that is misaligned at this point in time with respect to that aspect that you can maybe align. Give that energy to yourself. Of course, it takes time. It's sometimes, the bigger, of course, the situation is, it takes that much longer for you to align and for you to stabilize in that energy. Give yourself that time. Keep working towards that alignment. Keep working towards that feeling that you want to feel in your external reality. Give that energy to yourself. You'll just watch how it just completely disappears from your life. And not just that, you actually align with more situations, experiences, and people who make you feel exactly the way that you've been making yourself feel with respect to that aspect. And I want you to experience that as well. All right, so try it with the smaller things, and then you can obviously progress into big. For me, I started off with a big chunk of my life. Like, I started with something massive because I was going through like a really, really rough time. So I didn't start out with the small things. So I started out with a big thing, and then I started testing it out with smaller things in my life, and what do you know? It actually worked. So, you can of course test it out with the smaller things, but I would say there's no restriction on this. Like, you can charge forward to even the bigger things as well. That's what I did. I was forced to at that point in time. I was forced to, but take it however you wish to. But I really hope that you also get to experience this as well. The universe copies you. That's it. It's as simple as that. The universe copies you. What you give unto yourself is what the universe brings you with respect to situations, people, or experiences. That's it. Just understanding that core concept will change everything with respect to how you perceive your external reality, because it is a mirror to what your internal reality is. And your internal reality is 100% in control of your external reality. All right, so if there's something off of there, there's something misaligned within. So align with that accordingly, and you'll see how automatically things shift in your external reality. It has to, because it is literally the same frequency that you are in. Your external reality is the same frequency as what your internal reality is. So shift your frequency, stabilize in that frequency, watch it shift outside of you. It copies you. It literally copies you. All right? Okay. If you like this video, please do give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because that tells you every single time I do upload a YouTube video. Take care, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye-bye.